Hello everyone, this is Elijah Blackman. Today we're going to check out Major Hurricane Helene and its track and potential to become a major hurricane. So let's start off with the hurricane track. So you can see right now, it is a tropical depression right now in the Caribbean Sea. It is forecasted to possibly become a hurricane once it passes here and gets into the Gulf of Mexico. It looks like around Thursday is when we'll see this thing develop into a major hurricane, some models showing Cat 3, 4, and even a Category 5 hurricane. Today we'll be looking into that. Stay tuned. Let's check out the HAFSA 97L hurricane model. So if we take a look here, it's in the Caribbean Sea right now. Right now the pressure is at 1,000 millibars. If we scroll out and let this play on, you can see it does start to deepen once it really gets into the Gulf of Mexico. You can see it really drops a lot of pressure here, even getting down to 925 millibars of pressure. That is a very deep pressure. Now let's check out the wind from this storm. If we take a look at wind speed miles per hour, you can see it has a sustained wind of 156 miles an hour maximum. That is a very high-end Category 4 hurricane. And you can see it makes landfall as a Category 4 hurricane as well. We're going to take a look at the 09L now, HAFSB, another weather model for hurricane. You can see it really deepens, and this one gets even deeper. 889 millibars of pressure. That would be one of the lowest ever recorded pressures in the Gulf of Mexico. The lowest recorded pressure was 870 millibars. I kind of forget where that was, but this would be rivaling it almost. 889 millibars of pressure is very deep low. And we're going to take a look at the wind here. Let's take a look at wind speed miles per hour. Look at that. Max wind speed, sustained winds of 182 miles per hour. That is a major hurricane. High-end Category 5 here. You can see it does weaken by the time it hits the coast, though, weakening down to a Category 3 or 4, but we'll see. This is bad. This is a very bad situation. You can see this track has it more into the Florida area, more or less the Panhandle. This would bring very strong winds and damaging to property, to people's lives, homes. This would be a very devastating hurricane, and we obviously do not hope that it is this strong. Let's take a look at the HAFSB Storm 97. Oh, this is another output by one of the hurricane models. So we're going to take a look. We can see that the system goes into the Gulf Coast. You can see it maxes out at 161 miles per hour. That is a Category 5. You can see it does weaken a bit to more of a Category 4 hurricane, but it is still a very deep system here. Very, very deep. You can see the rainfall here. Just absolutely pounding rain, flash flooding where those rain bands hit from such a storm. You can see, check out the pressure here. You can see it deepens down to 904 millibars. That is a very deep, low pressure. One of the lowest pressures that you could ever see in the Gulf of Mexico. As you see this thing start to zoom in, it's still showing up as it does still show a 957 low as we head into Georgia. You can see this thing might hang on as a tropical depression all the way up past Georgia there. That is a very big storm. Let's just for fun, we'll take a look at the GFS precipitation totals here. You can see as we scroll out, you can see the hurricanes start to move into the Gulf there. You can see very widespread totals, 100 plus millimeters of rain. It's not like a major rain event, it's more like a wind, but we can see that the rainfall rates here are still going to be in excess of 150 millimeters here, and that would still bring flash flooding to some areas, especially where the wind and the storm surge is causing hazards. Let's take out the European wave. We'll check out the waves here. You can see as the hurricane moves into Mexico, you can see the Gulf of Mexico. You can see waves of 20 to 30 feet. That would be pretty catastrophic there as along the coast. Let's take a look at the track. You can see tropical depression right there in the near Jamaica and stuff over there. Then it strengthens to a storm and then a hurricane as it enters the Gulf of Mexico. And you can see it might even hang on as a tropical storm into the States. It might even, you can even see their tropical depression might hang on to the lakes of Ontario. That is a pretty big storm. Let's take a look at the wave heights now. This is the storm surge. So when a hurricane comes in with strong winds, it will pull out wave. It will pull out a lot of water from the beaches, and then it will slam it all into the coast. You can see this is a very, very widespread event, with most of the Florida west coast facing a chance at 9+ feet of storm surge. That's the red colors. Yellow is 3 to 6, I think. So you can see all the way up the coast, all the way up to the Florida Panhandle. Absolutely devastating storm surge if you live on the very coast. If you live on the beaches, you might see some bad storms surge. You can see the ATCF guidance. This is basically the track. This is a spaghetti model, a bunch of different tracks on an ensemble mean. So you can see the bulk of them really have it going up towards the Florida Panhandle here, with one straight model there, one there. Some of them have tropical depression hanging on all the way up into the states here, the central states. Let's take a look at the satellite imagery, the simulated IR. This is basically cloud top. So how cold is the cloud? So this is really where you can see the heights of the clouds. So purple, very big clouds, very big troublemaker system with rain and wind. If we scroll out, we can see as this thing enters the Gulf of Mexico, you can really see it take a shape, a swirling shape with very high cloud tops, -80 peaking right here. That is very strong storm. Take a look, HFBS 97L. You can see it really takes shape again, deepens into a very strong hurricane, and it heads into the States as a tropical depression. Let's take a look at the track once more. We see that it really hits into there. Yeah, this is basically the track of the storm, right into the Florida Panhandle. It might hold on as a tropical storm into the States, and then the depression up close to Chicago area. I hope this was a very informative video of Hurricane Hellene and what this storm could do. It might reach a category 4, even 5, if the models are correct. Stay tuned, stay safe, and prepare. Thanks for watching, and I hope you liked it.